Perfect. 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 Perfect.
What the hell is Saw Sports or whatever that last call
I
was
don't
talking about? What
know.
the hell is that?
It's from Free Love, man.
All right, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to Saw Sports. If you're not familiar with Saw Sports is a Houston, Texas home network. We're talking all sports, but only Houston. With that being said, man, I am your host, Ed Honcho. It's going to be a short sauce tonight, probably about 30 minutes or so. And, like I said, we'll speak on a couple of things. So we'll probably end up having a call-in night tomorrow because 30 minutes won't be enough to take calls tonight. But like I say, hey, we try to do this Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Make sure you tune in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's talk about it. But let's see what we got join us, and then let's get into some good conversation, man. I see Jabari, Vincent, Jack Tripper, Myron, Maximum Overdrive, Jaja, No Life Herbo, Abdul, what's the motherfucking deal? Malcolm, let me see, Jimmy, Nady Dog, Gilmore, what's the motherfucking deal? Asmel, Goat, Chopper Slim, You Betcha, DJ Roy, Charles Montgomery, 1118 Dub, David, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see, Master Race, Dalton, Front Runner, Do They Though, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see, Real Swift, Mike B, Troy McIntosh. You say, honey, better change his tune. I'm going to be honest, I ain't heard no in or out. I haven't been paying too much attention to, as far as interviews and shit like that. 335, what's the motherfucking deal? Darlin Tanner Fox, Travion, what's the motherfucking deal, man? So like I said, we're just going to get into a couple of things that I want to speak on. I wish I could find my damn notes that I didn't even get to look at yesterday. It's just, as far as this Chiefs team, man, like I say, some good points were brought up yesterday. If you didn't catch the stream yesterday with me and Wink, just that this Chiefs team that, yes, we beat earlier in the year is not the same Chiefs team. I think there's a couple of factors that you have to look into. And again, this is not to say that the Texans can't beat the Chiefs. It's just that we have to be realistic in certain aspects of it and, be honest with ourselves that it's going to be a tougher game this go round. It seems like the big games, primetime games, primetime Watson shows up. But then when it comes to when the Texans have a chance to hold it down, a lot of times they don't execute as well as they possibly should. Again, things that bother me, the consistency of the slow starts that the Texans have, I don't think you can have that, especially with a Chiefs team like this that's on the road. I feel like also you have to look at, just like I say, where they have, because I want to say, what's Watson's out? But you got Watkins, you got Hill. Hill was just coming back, he's kind of back in the groove. But it's interesting because I think they said there's something going on with Kelsey, if I'm not mistaken. But again, like I say, they were missing. They didn't have all their weapons, and we can say, whatever it is, what it is, and you can talk about Mahomes being a little bit hobbled because he was having some little issues going on then. So like I said, I just think there's little small factors that we have to pay attention to, capitalize on any mistakes that are being made, and we have to score off turnovers. We cannot allow, to get a turnover and then, don't capitalize on it, go 3 and out or get a field goal. We really need touchdowns on turnovers. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Kelsey. I think that's very interesting. But like I say, this Texans team, to me, if you look at both teams, I think the Texans trajectory, like I said, went over some of the numbers yesterday. I don't know where I put all of them. Like I said, to me, the wins compared to, even if, like I said, you look at mutual opponents, and again, like you can talk about the Pats and all that, they went into Gillette. Here it is. They went into Gillette and did it. Compared to us, they've executed better than we have, and that's kind of the real issue. Talent's on both sides of the field this game. If Will Fuller's actually playing, you got a lot going for you because we saw a lot of opportunities that he could have capitalized on. So hopefully, the groin and hammy and hands are all healthy going into this game. But just looking at how you ended the season off, and that's kind of what I wanted to get into. We were talking about, well, our defense got better. Maybe not. I guess it's kind of how you want to look at it. But offensively, the Chiefs come out and they put up their 28 points a game, 28.2 points a game, 379.2 yards, 281.1 passing yards. Now, those are all top 5 numbers, right? Now, the running game it's not that they can't run the ball. It's that they don't run the ball. You know what I'm saying? What's the motherfucking deal, Professor Trill? It's just that they don't run the ball. Any reason not keen on running a lot. He's got Patrick Mahomes, so he's trying to air it out. He's trying to get big chunks of yards. He's trying to, score. That's what he's trying to do. He's not trying to really waste a lot of time with the running game. So they are 23rd ranked with just under 100 yards, 98.1 yards per game. So, but don't let that be a deceptive stat to you. And then defensively, as far as points, they're only giving up 19.2, which is good for 7th. 34.94 yards, 349.6 yards, I apologize, which is good for 17th. They're only giving up 221.4 passing yards, which is good for 8th. But they are giving up almost 130 rushing yards with 128.2. So, which is why I still think that the key to this game will be to emulate kind of what you did earlier in the season, and which is when they're healthier with all the things that are going on. Man, appreciate the love, real Swift. With all the everything that's going on with this team, you kind of got to stick to and hope that you can get a good game out of Hyde and a good game out of Duke, because I think that's where your strength is going to be ultimately. Because like I said, it's just that's where their weakness is as far as on this defense. Plus, that allows you to again to keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline, control the clock, the time of possession. I think all of these things are important. I think it's the game within the game on that aspect. And if you can keep Patrick Mahomes off, so it doesn't matter how good the weapons are, it doesn't matter who's, back, who's healthy, who wasn't here, who wasn't there, then you have a shot. But then, like I say, looking at the Texans, that we just want to flip to the other side of the ball, and how they ended up, well, again, putting up 23.6 yards a game, which is 14th, 362 yards, which is good for 13th total, 236.4 yards passing, which is good for 15th. But again, this is where the numbers kind of match up. 125.6 yards per game rushing, which is good for, which is about close to what KC gives up. So that's why I think that's where your strength lies. But defensively, you're giving up 24 points a game. And again, we're talking about 24 points a game. And let's throw some teams out there. Like I said, we can talk about the Bucks. The Titans game is what it is. You let the Bills, like I say, jump out on you early. We can talk about the Broncos and how they demolished. And then you can say, well, it's maybe a little skewed because the Pats came back, so maybe that number would have been a little bit lower. It wouldn't have been as what it was. But I don't think it would have changed it that much. But then giving up 388 yards a game, which is more than KC gets total per game. So then, don't be surprised if you see them run it up a little bit. Good for 29th in passing, 267.2 yards. And they're actually one notch ahead of fucking KC because we're giving up 121 point yards a game rushing, right? So my thing is, to me, the key games that I looked at, and again, with KC just comparing it to Houston, and we can talk about all the excuses, the health and all this stuff. I think quarterback is the most important thing, the most important position on the field. And the fact that they were able to beat the Broncos handily with and without Mahomes is key to me. And again, one shot, you can say the Texans might have been sleeping or whatever you want to call it. I don't think that was a game that they could afford to have slept on, and to get handled at home. That is the thing that is bothering me more so than anything else. Because like I said, this defense is not good. It's not. Even with JJ coming back, the Bills' offense was bottom tier, less than average. And the Texans had to struggle to come back and go into overtime with that team. Again, you talk about their defense was top notch, top 2 in the league, right? So that's kind of where I am. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be just like, it's going to be a wash, or we just going to run through them. I don't think Kansas City's just going to hull us. I don't think they're just going to blow us out. Because here's how it's going to happen though. If the Texans win, it's going to be a close win. If the Chiefs win, it'll probably be a touchdown plus. Because if we're just sticking to the trends and what's been happening as of late, The Texans have not had, again, since the Jags, they haven't had a touchdown win over anybody. Over anybody. And in that span, you play the Ravens, the Colts, the Patriots, and you can say, well, the Patriots was a bigger game. You still let them come back. You still let them get into a position where if that onside would have connected, then it could. Voodoo, appreciate the love, man. If they would have caught that onside, we could have been having questions about that game. We only want to talk about the Broncos. Then the Titans game, the Bucks game. The Bucks game should have been a fucking blowout, right? The Bucks game should have been a fucking blowout. You had 5 fucking turnovers and you win by 3 points. Like that's the kind of shit that blows my mind. Like I'm still very frustrated about that game. I'm almost more frustrated about the Bucks win than I am over the Broncos loss. You know what I'm saying? Miss Voodoo, what's the motherfucking deal? The better half of the greatest moderating couple in all the land. So like I say, man, it's like it's gonna be heavily on Deshaun Watson this game. Like I'm telling you, he's gonna probably have to play the best game we've ever seen him play in his career. We're talking about, yes, we know Seattle rookie year, we know the Patriots rookie year, we know the Titans, but I think this is gonna have to be the cleanest, most aggressive game that he's played in his career. Now, the line's not open now. It's going to be a short, so it's only going to be about 30 minutes tonight. We're going to have the line open tomorrow because, like I said, it's going to be a short night, so I'm going to have to cut out here in just a second. I know the earlier sauces have been a little bit shorter, but hopefully once I get some things cleaned up this week, we'll be back to the regularly scheduled hour. But, like I said, I think it's going to be because I think that second graders, well, you can't say the terrible twos, but you say if the Texans win, you be person pussy. Hey man, buy something for me, man. See if you can get you a 2-for-1 deal. But appreciate the love, Eastside Hero. But my thing is this, right? My thing is this. It's just like I think it's on Deshaun's shoulders, and I think I feel like the opportunities will be there. As far as I think Stills is going to eat this game. I think he's going to benefit. I think Chris Jones is going to be an issue. I think that Chris Jones is going to be an issue. I think Hop is going to do what Hop does. Like I'm not concerned about Hop. Hop is going to do what he does. I think Fuller, he'll be there. Again, like the first game, I'm not even going to rely on him. I think you try him out. You see what he does. You make him respect him. You keep the defense honest. But as far as just do I think that he's going to have a breakout game? No, but we know that the offense is extremely better when he's on the field. So that's the plus side. That's what I'm looking at because Fuller's been in and out of the lineup since fucking what? Fuller's been in and out of the lineup since fucking fuck you, Trill. Fuller's been in and out of the lineup since Spitz dropped the Fuller video when we had the video up here. He's been in and out of the lineup since like he had that balling ass game in Atlanta. And then he's been sketchy. He's either been in and hasn't had a great game, or he's been unavailable. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Look, DeMarcus, like I say, that wrench is getting thin. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you ain't got one in the sauce. But so and again, so like, but I mean, Fuller is the key because it looks better when he's out there because other guys are open, other guys are eating because you have to respect him and what he can bring to the table. So hopefully he can last the entire game. Maybe Trill talk down. This is a way of supporting the team. Maybe y'all know I told y'all ever since the Broncos game, I'm giving y'all no positivity. Like it's not that I don't think that it can win, but I know as soon as I get positive, as soon as I start saying, all right, Texas got a shot here, etc., shit goes fucking downhill. So I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to entertain it. Yeah, man, we 130 deep with 37 likes. Hit that like button, man. The like button is free. And also, before I forget. Make sure if y'all want to be a part of the live conversations. I know people, well, you're going to stream live. No, we don't stream live. We do a pregame and a postgame show. But we will be in the Patreon. We will be in the Discord chat during the game. And that shit is pure gold. That's all I'm telling y'all. Pure gold. If you've been in there, you already know what it is. If not, you're definitely missing out on the most interesting shit happening when it comes to watching Texans games. But if you want to be a part of that, go to patreon.com/sawsports. The Discord link is posted up, or I generally post it up the day of. For anybody who's not in there, I'll make sure I'll try to keep it updated. And I want to do some stuff where we chop it up in the Discord, just from time to time. It doesn't always have to be on Texans game. So, again, like I said, I'm rooting for a healthy Fuller. I'm rooting for Fuller because I know everything that he can bring to the table. I know everything that he is. But it's going to be interesting. Also, I'm going to be honest. It is what it is. Honey Better said what he said. That's fine. But I want the reverse to happen. I want the Texans to really go out there and run them numbers. I want to see rookie year Deshaun. We know all the stats. What was it? Hurt freshman year of high school, win state championship third year. Hurt freshman year Clemson with wins his third year. And this is kind of the pattern. So we're talking about patterns, right? You know what I'm saying? Are you getting hello? That's what's up, Jared. But like I said, my thing is, maybe this is a pattern team, right? Maybe we have to follow the pattern. Deshaun is bringing the pattern. We know the pattern of win or lose, win, and how that's been going. So the pattern says we should win this game. I'm not believing in that shit. It's just a fucking coincidence. And the reason why I'm not believing in that shit is because the pattern was manipulated when you played the Titans. By not playing the starters, but not actually trying to go out and win that game, the pattern got manipulated. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. That's how I feel. I know sports is a superstitious thing. I know some of y'all got some lucky game day draws that y'all don't wash and shit, but it is what it is. So my thing is just and so that's just kind of what it is, man. But other than that, like I say, it's just, I'm telling y'all the numbers. And if you didn't catch the numbers yesterday, like I said, since we last played each other, both teams played each other. The Chiefs, and again, they didn't get an extra game to play to run the numbers up. The Chiefs have a plus 115 point differential since the last time we played, right? And then since the last time the Texans played the Chiefs, the Texans have a negative 32 point difference. Negative 32. That bothers the fuck out of me. And so, my thing is, I'm concerned, again, like I said, because let's think about it. Jameis is nice. He put up numbers, he puts up turnovers, whatever it is. But when you got guys like Drew Lock, when you got guys like Tannehill, for what it's worth, you know that the Titans beat him earlier this year. It is what it is. But Tannehill had an amazing last drive on that. I need to cut Scotty. I was going to cut Scotty game. I'll cut him tomorrow, and I might put him on the screen. They're 1-9 at home in the playoffs, but again, there's always anomalies, and Texans tend to be I hate to say what's the term, the slump buster, if you will, sometimes. So I don't want to be too negative. Because I'm happy about the last playoff win, regardless of how it took place. In the playoffs, you take what you can get. It is what it is. What I'm telling y'all is, be excited, be happy. Don't be like me. I'm not allowed to be happy. But again, JJ played in this game and they still ran it up 16-0. And JJ don't score points. Yes, he had some good plays and everything like that. It's not, the defense to me at this point is, I won't say irrelevant, but it's, can the offense score? Like the slow starts that almost hurts us more than the fucking defense does. You know what I'm saying? And so I commended JJ on what he did last game. Great. And if he can have another game like this, that'll be a big plus. Especially if he can cause some turnovers or something like that. Because we're going to need, like I say, we're going to need at least something opportunistic to happen on Sunday. You're guaranteeing a win, Asman? What you putting on that, man? But my thing is, I told y'all, like I said, after that Broncos game, I'm not going to allow myself to get sky high and just say this is going to happen. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to remain very level. If you was in the Discord last game, y'all saw, just like they said, I said nothing. I didn't cheer. I was extremely mellow. Like even after the win, even after they won, I was just like, okay, good deal. Like I cannot allow myself, because this is, like I say, the Texans are like a bad relationship, man. They'll hurt you, and then they'll make you feel really good a little bit, and then they'll hurt you again, and you just keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? So I love my team. I love the Texans. I'm rooting for them. I want them to get it all, but I'm just not going to oversell it. I'm gonna look more at what could go wrong, and that way, if everything goes right, I will appreciate. I will rock with it. I will love it. I'll embrace. I'll eat the crow. I'd rather eat the crow. I'd rather eat the crow, saying that it's going to be bad for the Texans, than have to eat the embarrassment, because that's not embarrassment crow, right? Embarrassment crow is when you say, "Oh, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna smoke the fucking Broncos. It ain't gonna be close." Embarrassment crow is when you go in there and say Deshaun Watson is a far better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. That's embarrassment crow. You know what I'm saying? Saying that we're going to lose to the Bills and winning, that's not embarrassment crow. That's happy crow. Like, so I'd rather rock with the happy crow than embarrassment crow all day. And I've been in rehab since, like I say, ever since Ray called that game, ever since Ray said what he said, and then that shit came to fruition. I'm cooling, man. Like I say, I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to appreciate.
Too much
But
stuff.
I've had my fill of embarrassment crow. Sam Fisher, appreciate the love, man. Rather be surprised than heartbroken. Yeah, that's absolutely, man. Like, absolutely. Hey, we're 148 deep, 57 likes. Let's get to, come on, we're 148. We should be able to get to 100 likes, man. Appreciate the love there, Sam, man. Like, and I agree. That's just kind of where I'm at. Like, as much as I want to say, man, fuck the goddamn Chiefs. We already beat that ass. We'll beat that ass again. You know, man, fuck you. We did it in your house. We don't give a fuck about Watkins and Hill, and except we don't give a fuck about Chris. That's what I would love to do it. I would love to just go on a tirade and talk shit. But every time that I've done that this year, what has happened? What has happened? Spitz, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What has happened? Every time that I've done that this year, it has been the most embarrassing shit that this team has ever gone through. Some of the most embarrassing losses of all time. So, but I do agree that Kelsey not being able, like, and we've been decent against tight ends this year. You know what I'm saying? And Gibson not being here, we talked about that, and his factor, him having the Mahomes factor, we've talked about that. But if Kelsey's not 100%, anything that you can take away from them is a plus for us. But I would like to see our tight ends get more involved this game too. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see our tight ends get more utilized. What is Akins? Because Akins was out last game. What was the issue with Akins? Because I don't know what it was. What's up, Kemah? Like I said, I don't know what he was out with last time. Man, I don't. It doesn't matter. You could put a. Oh, Christian has a calf strain. Okay, all right. Spitz isn't here. Spitz was just up there just a second ago. But why you doing Spitz like that, man? But you know what I'm saying. But it's like Akins has a hammy. Okay, well, you know Houston. Here's the thing, man. If anybody has an injury in Houston, I should automatically. I don't care what sports team it is. I don't care what level of if it's college or. I should just always assume that's a hamstring injury. If it's a Houston injury, it's a hamstring injury. That's just what it is. But I'd like to see Akins get involved. Shit, and if Akins can't go, I'd like to see. I'm trying to figure out how you just. Again, I know Thomas was on the IR and everything, but Thomas was the man last year. And then, Fales has been the man this year. So I'm just like, I'm still not wondering why you're not capitalizing with each of these guys. Do I think they're going to let Lonnie play against Kelsey? Man, look, I don't know what they got going on with Lonnie, because Lonnie hasn't seen much of the field in probably since Conley got here, right? Lonnie hasn't seen much. He's seen special teams. He's made special teams plays, but he hasn't seen much time on the field. I don't know what the numbers are exactly, but he hasn't gotten very many snaps. And that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? That bothers me. But Lonnie's a 50-50 guy, right? Lonnie's a 50-50 dude. And what I mean by that is Lonnie will smash somebody. Lonnie will make a great play here and there. But Lonnie will also give up a big play or make a gap. I don't want to see Lonnie move to safety. I know a lot of people have been saying that. I would like to see Lonnie stay at corner and develop at corner. I like taller corners better because we got a lot of short dudes. Lonnie's a taller guy. He's aggressive. I'd like to see him develop at corner. I'd like to see him stay there because I'd like us to have some taller corners on the team because everybody else is about 6 foot and under, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a rookie. Texans don't develop, well, especially early on. It is what it is. I still like Lonnie. You know what I'm saying? So I think if he has, I think if Lonnie has a solid off season and takes everything serious, I think he'll be good to go. I think Lonnie will be all right in the long run. When everything's said and done, when Lonnie comes back in year 2, I don't think he's going to have a drop off. I don't think he's going to have a sophomore slump. I think Lonnie is going to be a guy that we can rely on. And I know some of y'all going to remember when Honcho said Lonnie's going to be the guy we can rely on. If he don't come through, y'all going to try to make me eat some crow on that. But it is what it is. Other than that, man, like I said, because it's going to be a short sauce tonight. It was something else I did want to speak on, and I was going on my rambling man rant. Texas got to have a game plan, man. Like, again, I think you rely heavily on Hyde because, again, like I said, that run defense is their weakness. Hyde is a solid runner. And then, like I say, you're going to have to come up. You're going to have to get creative. You know what I'm saying? Gilmore, appreciate the love, man. You're going to have to get creative against this Chiefs team. Like, I don't think we can do the same old rinky dink. Like I say, you're gonna have to execute. You're gonna have to run some RPO. You're gonna have to really rely on Deshaun. You're gonna have to look. If the magic playbook exists, this needs to be the time to pull it out. But unfortunately, there is no magic playbook. So again, and I find it very interesting that we play back-to-back ex-Texans in the secondary in the playoffs. Very interesting. Johnson goes to the Bills. They make the playoffs. He makes an appearance and he gets hurt. And then you got Tyron this game. And expect Matthew to be out there trying to lace me. Expect Matthew to try to come out looking like Kareem did last game when we played against the Broncos. Expect that. But I would love to see the one thing, if I had just one wish, and this may be the most difficult, I'm not even counting on it. I would love to see Fuller burn the Badger for a touchdown. And everything else in the game could, well, I don't know. We want to win. I want to win with that too. But I would just love to see it. Just because. Yeah, he gonna get tooted. He gonna be tooted and booted for this game. He gonna be ready to roll. But like I said, it's gonna be what it is. As we get ready to wind it down, like I said, we got a couple of minutes here, and I got to slide, and I hate that. But like I said, we'll have a call-in show tomorrow. Probably won't have any sauce. 50-50. Probably won't have any sauce on Saturday, but we'll definitely Sunday pregame, postgame. We'll be in the Patreon. We'll be in the. I keep calling it the Patreon. We'll be in the Discord chat. I just want to see. I'd like to see him get burned twice. I'd like to see the tight end situation too. I would definitely love that. But we just don't let him get any turnovers. Then you look bad. I am shiny. I'm shiny as shit. Here's the thing though, right? Now that I'm looking at the fucking camera, I am dark as shit because I've been running and shit. Like I'm two-tone. Can y'all see that? Look at this shit. I've been running and shit. Like I've been running every day, right? Look at this shit. That's crazy, ain't it? Now I know how some of the less melanated folks know when they go to the beach. I feel like that. But I fucks with y'all, man. I'm just talking shit. But yeah, I didn't realize that Trill came in here talking shit. Fuck the Marky. But yeah, I am fucking two-tone, man. I saw that shit the other day. When I hopped in the shower yesterday, I was like, damn, fucking multicolored over here. So, it is what it is. But I appreciate y'all, man. I got to get ready to slide. No, I'm not a light skin. Don't do me like that. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I thank y'all for coming through and sliding through. So, I appreciate all the love, man. Like I said, tomorrow same time we'll have a call-in show so we can get it all amped before it'll be fucking Friday. We'll get everything amped before the game. If you're not in the den, we'll be in the den tonight. We're talking about Trump tonight in the den because I told y'all we do that tonight. So whether you love Trump, whether you hate Trump, whether you're indifferent about Trump, we'll be talking about that tonight in the den, taking calls, and I think that's going to be a very interesting show. Last night's show was very interesting too. We'll have a part 2 of that probably coming soon. sometime before the month is up. But with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I thank y'all. Y'all the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. I'm trying to produce y'all be cool like y'all be cool, but most of all, y'all stay saucy. And I'm out until tomorrow, and it's going down for fucking Friday, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Adios.
Perfect. Perfect.